what's going on YouTube? This is Nathan Priestley here, and I'm back with a brand new video for my video series, Why You're Not Losing Weight. This is going to be part 2, and today we're going to be talking about sleep and how sleep massively affects weight loss. It's something that is not really often looked at when we're looking at sort of starting our weight loss journey. We're always thinking, right, okay, I need to go on this specific diet that's going to help me lose weight. I need to eat these certain types of food, but we never take into account sleep. And if already our sleep schedule is off and we're having kind of poor sleeping habits, it's going to massively impact and detriment you on your weight loss journey. So I just wanted to talk about sleep in general and what kind of things happen when we don't get a lot of sleep. So how can sleep affect weight loss? Well, there's a numerous amount of things that actually happen to our body when we don't get sufficient amount of sleep. So one of those is obviously when you get sleep deprivation, we tend to find we get way more hungry. And there's a reason for this. It's because the body stimulates much more of the hormone ghrelin, and it also reduces your leptin levels as well. So leptin in the body is, like I said in the previous video, the fat burning hormone. But when you are sleep deprived, your ghrelin levels actually raise, which then sort of curbs those hunger hormones, and then we're more than likely to come off the diet and to have these kind of binge sessions as we go along as well. Another thing happens with sleep as well, as I stated in the previous video, we get a massive raise in cortisol levels. So if we're sleep deprived, the body is going to think it's under stress, and if it's going to think it's under stress, it's going to release that fight or flight hormone cortisol, and it's going to literally hold on and try and preserve as much energy as we've got, because it's a survival technique. If we haven't had a lot of sleep and we're sleep deprived, the first thing the body's going to try and do is, because it hasn't been able to recover properly, is to try and preserve its energy. Sleep is like nutrition for the brain. If you have your diet on point for your body, you need to have your sleep on point for your brain, and you'll be surprised how much of an impact sleep will impact the way that you feel, your actions that you do day to day, your subconscious actions, your conscious actions. It plays a huge part in what you do and the habits that you form. So there's also a numerous amount of health related effects to not having sleep as well, and these they can basically increase your risk of developing diabetes and cardiovascular disease. So there was a study done, I think it was a 14-day study, and basically they researched the glucose tolerance of these individuals that were sleep deprived, and they found that the more sleep deprived that the individual was, the more they were intolerant to glucose, and they found that their body's ability to use glucose and to fuel it into a cell was inhibited. So what that kind of means in layman's terms is when we eat carbohydrates and we use that to digest, basically what happens is it will spike the blood sugar levels into the bloodstream, which will help try and fuel it into the cells to give them energy. Now, if that has been inhibited, if our body cannot utilize those carbohydrates, we're more likely to store them as fat, and you're more than likely to hold them onto body fat as well. And like I said previously, when our cortisol levels is raised as well, that's going to be a really bad scenario, and it's going to massively impact you on your kind of weight loss journey and to dropping body fat as well. So many of you are probably wondering, well, how do I improve my sleep? I get to bed, I'm exhausted, but I just can't fall asleep. So I'm gonna basically say, first and foremost, you only want to use your bed, one, for sleeping. And many of us, especially with electronic devices these days, we tend to go to bed, we'll check Facebook, we'll reply to a couple of people on WhatsApp, and then we'll try and go to sleep. But what we don't realize is, in these LCD screens, you've got a lot of blue light, and obviously blue light, similar to the sky when the sun is rising in the morning, that's what's going to promote being awake. So what you should do is, I think Apple have just released obviously a brand new night mode, which sort of reduces the amount of yellow light that you get on your electronic devices. Definitely pop that on, but sort of in the evening time. And there's also an app I use for my Mac, it's called Flux. And what that does is, over a period of time, it reduces the blue light in your screen to allow you to have much better sleep as a result of that. Another thing that you can do is try to obviously avoid caffeine late into the afternoon. I always try and aim for not having any caffeine after around 5:30, 6 o'clock, and make sure I drink plenty of water before bed to really try and flush that caffeine out of my system as well. And another thing is to not eat too heavy of a sugary meal before bed. I always find if I have like a high carbohydrate meal before bed, I'm always itching, I'm always like raring to go, and you know, it's then very, very hard to get to sleep as a result of that. One final thing that you can do is I'm keeping a journal at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll kind of reflect on my day, because sometimes we can go to bed and we can have all these thoughts in our mind, and you know, write down kind of what the day's been like, what you've got to do tomorrow, and that will just help kind of clear your mind and help you sleep better as a result. So thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up for me and comment below just sort of what your thoughts of the video and if there's anything I need to improve on. And if you've got any questions, please also leave them in the comment box below and kind of just share your opinions, and I'm looking forward to really making some more content for you guys. So thank you very much for supporting me, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you. Take care. Breakfast is good, lunch is good, you then finish work, get home.